that on a proper construction of Section 38A, 1 of Constitutional Amendment Act number 15, all conditions precedent for the holding of or conducting of general elections of ordinary members of Parliament through a district block representative were met and or fulfilled. 2, that a directive given by His Excellency the President to the Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone to hold the 2023 elections, public elections for ordinary members of Parliament by the district block representation system instead of constituencies was in tandem with the provisions of Section 38.1 of the 1991 Constitution, as amended and therefore not ultra-vires. 3, that the current Parliament will soon be dissolved, and thereafter all constituencies currently existing will be extinguished for purposes of representation in Parliament in favor of representatives representing each of the 16 districts of Sierra Leone, inclusive of independent candidates who secure the minimum threshold for the attainment or securing of seats in Parliament. 4, that the revision of constituents as provided in Section 38(4) does lead to alteration of the number and or establishment of subject to parliamentary approval. 5, that independent candidates can and are part of the electoral system and can stand and be voted for to be included in any of the seats representing the existing 16 districts in the country. 6, that statutory instruments number 13 and 14 of 16th November are part of the laws of Sierra Leone and are not altered by Section 33 and 38 of the Constitution Act number 6 of 1991, Section 38A of the Constitution as amended in 2001, and Section 171 of the Public Elections Act number 17 of 2001. 7, that pursuant to and subject to the current law in the country, inclusive of the Constitution and statutory instruments number 13 and 14 of 16 November 2002, local councils elections will be expected to be by district block representations approved as the mode for the 2023 elections. 8, an order restraining the second defendant, Electoral Commission, its agents, servants, privies, or howsoever called, from taking steps aimed at conducting the 2023 multi-tier public elections on the district block representation system is refused. I say that again. An order restraining the second defendant, Electoral Commission, its agents, servants, privies, or howsoever called, from taking steps aimed at conducting the 2023 multi-tier public elections on the district block proportional representation system is refused. Emphasis mine. 9, an order directing the second defendant to hold the June 2023 elections for ordinary members of Parliament and Council on a constituency or wards basis is refused. Emphasis mine. Cost. On the issue of cost, this court notes that this is a public interest-based litigation and hence is not inclined to award the usual cost. A minimal cost is therefore awarded in the sum of 3,000 millions to be borne by both plaintiffs jointly and severally, payable to the first and second defendants.
I agree.
What's that? No matter. Well, you know the correct one. That's it.
Okay.
Would you please sit? Silence in court, please.
Yes,
Do I have the Lordship's ear?
yes.
May I, on behalf of my client, say we note and take under advisement the 53 odd pages that your Lordship has read out this morning. A judgment that is full of promise and pregnant with possibilities. We will accordingly advise them. May I, before I take my seat, commend the court with respect, if you'll allow me, to say we hope in the future administration of justice in this country, the same alacrity that has been displayed by no less than the Supreme Court in listing the case, hearing it, and determining it within 18 days of the conclusions of the arguments and submissions be attended with and paid to future cases in court to ensure the peace, liberty, and tranquility of our republic. Thank you.
My lords, once more, on behalf of myself and the team and the defendants, the first defendant, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, we appreciate the judgments and we commend your industries in arriving at such a decision. Just a clarification, my lord. I am sometimes confused between the new leons and the old leons with respect to the issue of cost, my lord.
New Leons is 3,000.
That is
Old Leons is 3 million.
3 million.
Yeah.
Thank you, my lord. We just want to bring to the attention of this court that this is the very
It's nominal.
first time the law office has been so industrious without outsourcing, where billions are paid to counsel. This was done amongst ourselves, the new generation in the law office.
It's the sacrifice you have.
We thought we were going to appreciate the younger ones, not for self, but for others. As my Lord pleases.
You have to make it fast. One of us is traveling today.
Short statement on behalf of the second defendant. I also want to adopt what Dr. Abdullahi Conte said, and I want to commend the court for the swiftness with which this matter has been handled. And I hope that the lower court will be bound by this, not just as advised, bound by it, so that the various judgments that are awaiting delivery are done. The second defendant, my lord, is very pleased that they can now go ahead with the work of conducting the national elections, which we believe will be free and fair. On behalf of the second defendant, I want to thank you for the very detailed and elaborate judgment, taking into consideration all of the arguments today. Thank you. No, I'm not. We're not part of the 3 million. You can take it. 3 million is quite enough. It's quite enough for you guys. Not. Thank you.
Eyes the court. Thank you.
Lord, I